on there.
Stop it! I did tell you I was gonna be on there.
I thought it had already happened. Like you had already done it.
It was pre-recorded. So there you go. It was pre-recorded, but it aired last night.
I'm sorry. I will go back.
Y'all
Did
see
you
how
mention
my
me?
co-host? Yes, I did.
You said my name specifically.
I did.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to know. Did you
Y'all
call
see
me?
how my you know what? Y'all see how my co-host do? He do not support. So I'm feeling some type
I do
of way.
support you. Y'all see how my co-host didn't tell me, yo, E, at this time, this would be coming on. And that would have been the end of it because I did nothing all day.
Yeah, okay.
I could have, but good. I'm awesome, man. Congratulations. Listen, I'm looking to see you do more things like that.
Can we just move on? Because you...
I'm not kidding. I want to see you do more stuff
funny.
like that.
Okay, thank you.
Because when you shine, I shine. You know what I mean?
All right.
All right.
I feel you.
All right. So listen, back to the Juneteenth. One of the things we talked about over the weekend, we were asking a lot of people.
Wait a minute, hold up. Who's that music going?
It ain't me. I'm off today. It ain't mine.
I'm hearing music in the background. Somebody got their phone on.
Oh shit.
It's all good. It's all good.
This is
All
a
right,
question
go
I want to
ahead.
ask our guests, so they can start preparing their answer now. We asked everybody this yesterday because a lot of people just don't know about this awesome federal holiday, and so we want to get into it with you guys in just a second about when did you first learn about Juneteenth? And you will be surprised. Some people were like 2 years ago, some people 5 years ago, some people knew 30 years ago they were celebrating. So we thought that was an interesting question to ask people. But Man Talk Monday, but we're going to get to the fellas right here in a second. First and foremost, we're going to get into our Black History moment for tonight. No? All right, no picture. Oh. My bad, I saw you in my peripheral. Don't you see it? All right, y'all, so no music. Okay, all right. So tonight, I'm going to tell you guys about Miss Juanita Hall. She was the first black woman to win a Tony Award. Born November 6, 1901, she was in the American musical theater and film. She is remembered for her roles in the original stage and screen versions of the Rodgers and Hammerstein musical South Pacific as Bloody Mary, a role that garnered her the Tony Award. Born in Keyport, New Jersey. You know where that is?
Nope.
Born in Keyport, New Jersey.
I know because I'm from New Jersey. You think I know where all these places are?
I think you from Pennsylvania. I think you from Kingsport, Pennsylvania. Born in Keyport, New Jersey, to an African American father and an Irish American mother, Hall, along with the three siblings, was raised by her maternal grandparents after her mother's death. She attended Bordentown Industrial School. Nope, y'all didn't play them? All right. And graduated from Keyport High School. She also received classical training at the Juilliard School. So shout out to Miss Juanita Hall.
That's what's up.
Are you from Jersey?
Look at you. I am from Jersey.
I be trying to give you Jersey stuff, and you just don't be knowing what the hell I'm talking about.
I don't know where that place is. Is that North or South Jersey?
I don't East Jersey. I don't know. It don't matter. You don't know where it is.
Whatever, man. Are you done?
I'm done.
All right,
Let's get into the
guys.
show.
All right. It is Man Talk Monday. As you know, for the month of June, we have been honoring our amazing black men, our rebirth men. And these two brothers are my brothers. They're my brothers from another mother. I love them to death. Eli has now adopted them.
They my boys too.
As his boys, you know. But you will see why once you get a chance to hear them talk. They're just really down to earth. Welcome to the Rebirth. Not new to the Rebirth, but definitely family of the Rebirth. Mr. Carl Smith and Mr. Stanley Morgan.
Yo.
Hello.
Hey.
Everybody, happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth.
No, Philly's in the building.
Father's Day. Philly in the building.
Yes. Oh, Lord. So y'all know I already gave them disclaimers, y'all.
They're not allowed to say personal.
What's up?
And
Be quiet.
Or periwinkle.
we
We have to speak proper.
Proper. What's up, y'all? Welcome
What's good?
back.
How's
you
everybody doing? How you doing?
I'm good.
Eli, my man, what's good?
Hey, I'm good, baby. If I was any better, baby, I'd be already up there with the Lord.
Oh, shucks
So I'm
now.
all right, baby. I'm
Watch
all
out
right.
there now.
Happy Father's Day to you, gentlemen. How was your Father's Day?
Yeah.
It was relaxing. I got to chill. I didn't do a damn thing for the most part.
Okay.
My oldest daughter came over a little later on. We just cracked some cold ones, sat on the porch, talked a little shit, and just had some fun. We just chilled.
No doubt.
Okay.
Nice chill vibe.
No doubt.
Good. What about you, Stan?
Mine was the opposite of Carl's. I went to work. Was a little stressed out, but everything worked out. Everything worked out in the end.
Okay.
Was work stressing you out?
About to say no. The child was, but
okay.
But if parenting was easy, then everyone would do it.
I know that's right.
You right about that. Now they supposed to give you the day off. We got to talk to this child of yours. We got to give her a pep talk around the Sunday before. We got to give her a pep talk out the day before Father's Day next year.
So that's the question I have for all three of you guys. Since I'm the only female in here. Well, I mean, it's females in here, but only one on the mic. All right,
this is a non-binary room.
We already. Oh, here we go.
No, I'm just saying. This is for the viewers. Right. We don't. Some people don't identify, so we're not gonna put labels on people.
What are you on
We want to be
tonight?
fair. Isn't that being fair, Carl, in today's climate?
I'm not touching that.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Don't touch the grenade.
So we already know that for Father's Day, it's not as celebrated as Mother's Day is. Now, I have seen some Macy's commercials and Home Depot commercials and stuff like that.
Buy some tools.
But right,
Come get this U.S. Polo Association.
Right. But
That's not Ralph Lauren.
what would you guys want for Father's Day? Like, what would be, because I don't think people really truly know exactly what to do or what to get them, the special person in their life. But what would be some ideals that you would want to put out there for people to think about for next year for Father's Day?
Okay, that's fair.
Most fathers want to be just left the hell alone on Father's Day, to be honest with you. You just want to chill.
Just peace.
Eli said, what'd you do, Eli? I chill. Everybody just wants to chill. I don't want to have to figure nothing out. I don't want to have to do anything. I don't want to have to drive anybody anywhere. I just want to relax. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And thank God my family knows that about me by now. We just get them some stuff. I'm an Amazon junkie, so they just got me a bunch of Amazon gift cards. So it's going to be boxes coming from here to the Rapture. So I'm ordering every damn thing.
I know that's right.
Gonna be a bunch of ivory back scratchers coming to my house in a couple weeks. We're gonna be ordering all types of crap.
Okay.
But yeah, everybody we just want to chill.
Okay. Just want to chill. So you don't even want the kids around.
Oh no, the kids they can come later on. Relax. My kids came in the morning. They gave me the cards and everything while we were still in bed. That was real cool. And then we bust a grub, and then I'm gonna go lay back down, and then y'all go be quiet somewhere else, and I'll be chilling for a couple hours, and then we all get back together in the afternoon and start cracking some cold ones and act the fool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about you?
I'm like Carl, and I think I just want to chill. Like, I don't have to be taken out to a restaurant. I'll take some, I have my catfish. I'll take some crabs. Just something simple and a drink. I don't have to we don't got to take me nowhere because I don't want to be bothered.
Waiting and
all
like
that. Yeah, like I just feel like
the restaurant's gonna be packed.
Yeah.
So
see, I feel like that for Mother's Day.
Definitely.
Okay.
Well, after Stan answers, I want to ask you a question.
Okay. Go ahead.
Pretty much the same thing, because it's a Sunday. I work on Sunday, so when you come home, you just want to just chill out. So that was what I had. So I was satisfied with that.
Okay. All right. Good.
As a woman, why don't you think? This is kind of rhetorical, but I want you to come up with an answer.
Why don't we think?
Why don't you think?
Snapped around quick.
I know. What?
Let me finish. Not why don't you literally think?
Why don't you think?
Why do you think?
Why don't you
How
have
about
a
this?
brain?
Why do you think?
She's like, Percival.
Stop cursing. Why do you think that Father's Day just isn't taken that serious?
Okay, so and I could be totally off on this, but why do I think that Father's Day is not taken seriously? Man, that's a hard question, but I'm gonna say I think that fathers are not honored as mothers are. They're not celebrated. They're not celebrated in a home. Could that be because there's a lot of fathers missing in the home at times, or
I think that's a myth, though. I'm gonna be honest.
Right. I understand that, but I'm just saying, but that's something that is always said, right? Especially in our community. But this is not just our community. This is overall, period. It's not just, black fathers, but all races,
Universal.
dads. Yeah. So I really don't know. That's a very difficult question for me to answer.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not celebrated or, You know, I just think that moms is always when you think about the family, you always think about the mother is always the one that is, you know, celebrated, honored, and, you know, all of that. I don't know why fathers don't get that same respect.
Go ahead. Were you about to say something, Stan?
What was I? Yes. I don't know. I was gonna say maybe in some part I think I'll say men for the most part we're low key. We don't go courting celebration. We're just like, hey, you know, you do something, you take care of people, and then you just kind of sit back. You kind of play the back. A lot of men are low key like that. They're not searching for the spotlight. They're not like, hey, look at me, look at what I did. So to an extent, I mean, other than the obvious corporate commercialism that comes along with all the holidays like Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and that kind of thing, men generally, I mean, just listen to all of our answers. We weren't like, we want diamonds, I want a watch, I want a new suit. All three of us were like, hey, we just want to relax. And you can't, so how do you market relaxing? So,
right.
I mean, in terms of corporate stuff. So, you know, Mother's Day is what? About cards, it's about flowers, it's about, so you get the florists going, so all that corporate kind of stuff goes into
all the jewelry commercials.
All the jewelry commercials.
Treat her to what she wants.
Show her,
show her
right.
you care.
Right.
Show her with
you're an ass.
Right.
Exactly. Show your mother you care, or you're an idiot. Show your wife you care.
Yep.
So, but there's no such thing in place for show your husband you care, or you're a bad woman. So Father's Day,
that is true.
Father's Day comes. There's a new drill. There's a grill or a refrigerator. Cars are on sale, and then it's gone.
Shut up and like it.
My family's not allowed to buy me anything that I need. You got to give me the stuff I want for Father's Day. Don't give me no damn drill bit.
Well, you don't want to set a new drill bit?
But not for Father's Day.
Not even one for tile?
Not for Father's Day.
Tile of cement, that diamond
I don't want.
You don't want some grout cleaner?
I don't want none of that right there, man.
So Jen says, because the mom did all the work to get you here. She's
come
laughing. She said, honestly, I think it's because the fathers has such a negative view, and in society, negative outweighs the positive.
Yeah. It's like, be happy with this, shut up, and, you know, you'll be all right.
But you know,
no,
I was gonna say, but you know, one thing that does make me happy, like this is gonna sound corny, but for me, a Father's Day gift for me is seeing my family okay. Like, cause we don't, like I said, we just want to chill. Like, we know everybody in the house is cool, and everybody has the majority of the things that they, you know, some of the things that they want, and mostly what they need. That makes me happy.
Oh, that's
because I feel like I'm doing my job as a man.
It's a good feeling when you sit back and everyone's laughing and no one's arguing. You just sit back like,
I'm doing all right.
Cool. Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
For 20 minutes till everyone starts killing each other.
So we know what to get you next year.
Peace.
No.
Absolutely nothing. Just smiling and laughing.
Weed.
Ain't too far from that.
Oh, God.
This year, I did get a massage. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Swedish?
So that's no. He goes to Happy Hands.
Some D and some P.
The place I go to, they don't have no signs or no writing on the building.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a little lady like me. If you want to hook up, let me know.
Just walk in and nod.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm kidding. I went to Hand and Stone on this one. The wife booked this one, so
No, he didn't. He was with me.
I had to go to Hand and Stone.
He went to Hand all right.
It was Hands and Stone, all right.
Hand and Stone. Okay.
And lotion.
Jargon flying everywhere. What you talking about?
But you know the lady that did my massage? Oh my God. So, you know when they turn you over on your back.
I don't know. Please clarify.
Because they do your back, then they turn you over and they do your thighs and everything. And I'm laying there and I was just like, all right, well, sir, just be cool. Because I'm talking to my mans in them.
The personal.
I'm talking to personal.
The personal.
Not to raise the flag.
We're not saluting today. Yeah, because they get close in the thigh area up top, and it feels great. But you almost can't enjoy it because you don't want to be creepy and something happens. So he gets acting up, and then you look like a pervert. You don't want to be that person.
Or a compliment.
Your hands aren't touching anything, so just.
Then they're gonna push that hidden button they got there.
It's a lot of pressure not to be aroused. Seriously, I started thinking about like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So some stuff that I don't like.
Oh my gosh. Now those are the type of gifts that I give. I give massages. I might give like, just a spa day, something to take care of you. Self-care. So speaking of self-care, how do you guys practice self-care?
Liquor.
Oh my God.
Right to it.
Look, and he ain't even smiling.
And look,
Yes.
because he's serious.
Yeah.
A serious
I
man
said
with serious
self-care,
needs.
not what's the
Self-harm.
not self-harm.
What you talking about?
When you self-medicate.
Medicate.
Yeah, not self-medicate, self-care.
Yeah, same thing.
Depending on what's going on in your life, one could be self-care, one could be self-medicated.
Stan, how do you practice self-care? I ain't messing with Carl.
Or let me try to get this out. I don't practice self-care as much as I should. I should spend time, just to meditate. I should spend time, just being alone and quiet. So I will have to go to Eli because I don't do it like I should.
Okay.
Just being quiet, just being present.
What's preventing that?
Me, like just making that choice. Like I've said to Carl, like it's funny when I go on vacation, you sit out in front of the hotel, you sit on the gazebo, and you're just outside relaxing, and it's just quiet. And I'm like, I have a patio. Why don't I do this at home?
Right.
There was nothing stopping me from
Right.
sitting on my own step. Well, I guess except for the bees and mosquitoes. But when you
Where do you live at?
Spray. You can spray.
well, I've got hedges, so they come
Yeah.
up.
Oh.
But there's nothing stopping me from sitting
living down
in my
south.
back porch. Wait, what did he say?
So you live there? You live in Alabama?
There's nothing stopping me from sitting on my step or sitting on my patio furniture and just looking at the neighborhood and just being quiet.
Right.
The same way that you would at the beach on vacation, but I just don't. I'm just we just kind of sit in front of the TV or in front of the computer instead of just like you said, doing self-care, just taking a moment to relax or whatever.
Turn off. You got to turn off.
Absolutely.
I did it today.
Disconnect.
So I rode my bike from Battery Park to downtown.
Okay.
Oh, did you know there's some new River House apartments are coming? So if you ride past where the park is, where we had the event yesterday, you keep going. So I rode all the way to the very end of the trail.
Oh, okay.
So some new apartments coming over in Southbridge
Oh,
on the river.
wow.
Anyway, so I didn't know that either. But anyway, so I did that when I got back to Battery Park. I put my bike back on the truck. I got my shirt, the bag. I had my cold water. I went and sat under the tree, and I just looked at the water, and to me, that was it. Like, nobody was bothering me. Priscilla was at work, so she wasn't calling me. You know what I mean? And so it was just really, Haley was cool. I was just sitting there chilling.
Just relaxing.
Watching the kids play, and, people were, walking around and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, I didn't have any adult beverage because I knew I was going to have some later tonight. However, but I typically like to sit in my garage on the deck and have my music playing. That's my self-care, and have a little drink. Now, it ain't the healthiest thing, but that's my self-care.
Yeah. I think it's important. It's important, and I promote self-care to the fullest. And I especially promote it with our Black men, because I think, you guys really need to start implementing that because of, the stress that you encounter when you leave your home, and sometimes when you even come back to your home, So you have to try to find that sense of peace. And, like you said, Stan, I mean, you don't have to go away because sometimes it's not always affordable to go away, and when you need that in the moment, you can't just get up and say, oh, okay, I'm just going to go down to Florida or Ocean City but I don't know, if you fly a Velo Airlines, you may be able to get a good ticket, but you can bring all of that right there in the comfort of your home and get that same experience, that same feeling. So I think you just have to do it. Just make the choice.
Walk out
and
back,
do
brother,
it.
on your patio and relax.
Yeah.
I have a friend. I talk to him all the time about Duff. I can say his name because we talk
What
about
up,
this.
Duffy?
This dude does not know how to relax. Like every day, 7 days a week, I'm like, yo. He'll be like, yo, what you doing? And I'm like, I'm sitting in the garage. What you doing? Oh, I got to run over here. Then I got to run over here. And then later on, I got to do this. My auntie have. I'm like, bruh, it's Saturday. It's Sunday. You're doing. He keeps the same pace 7 days a week. That's how we end up with heart attacks and strokes and all of these things. Hypertension, man. You gotta do better.
Even at like 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, he's still running around.
He's running. And then when he's not running, his mind is running because he does so much. Like you got to really know how to turn it off.
He can't wind down.
I don't think he knows how to.
He's someone
I think he would like to.
He's someone that meditation would really help if he could just stop,
still
and
himself,
just be still and just breathe and just try to clear his thoughts instead of thinking about what he's got to do.
I'm gonna make sure he sees this.
Yeah.
This part right here.
But sometimes you do have people that they have to stay busy. Like they just have to stay busy because they're used to staying busy, but they just have to. Like if they're not doing something, then they feel guilty for not doing it. You know what I'm saying? They feel guilty for not working. You know what I'm saying? Now, he's a person that's always constantly working, so it's probably hard for him to really turn it off. You know?
And two, people won't allow him also because they know if they call him, he's coming.
But see, this is where boundaries have to be. This is where boundaries be. But even still, because sometimes people be calling for dumb stuff.
Or just so now they're taking advantage.
Right. You got to learn how to put boundaries in place, set healthy boundaries with friends, with family, with everybody. Even with family, you got to learn how to implement those boundaries. Just be like, yo, I'm off. I put my phone on do not disturb. At a certain point. And if you call me, if you FaceTime or whatever, I won't even know that you did it until I turn it off, do not disturb. That's something that I had to start implementing for myself. Yeah. Right? Because if not, you're just going to constantly be going. And guess what? 10 years done went past. You know what I'm saying? Because life is moving, right?
Yeah,
Look, every Monday we say, yo, it's Monday again. Life is going.
Yo, it's June. I feel like we were just celebrating 2023.
June's almost over.
Half the year is gone.
Yeah.
It is scary, man.
Yeah.
We need to definitely maximize this time we have and not just work to pay bills. We got to work to enjoy.
You got to enjoy
some of this life.
You have to enjoy life. And I because I know I'm a person that work a lot too.
Yeah, but you lead the country a lot too, though.
I do. I do lead the country.
You go to country where they have camels and shit walking around.
And
you do it big.
Like, I seen it.
Lions.
Shay be like, I'm going to the retreat. I'm like, again? The second time this month.
Right. Yes.
Weren't they just in Japan? Like, what the hell going on?
Right.
You bought another dress? This is ridiculous.
Sponsoring little kids and shit.
That's the third dress this week.
That's hilarious. I caught that. EST.
No, but that is something that I know when I'm overworked. Like I start to feel like a lot's going on. I start to feel very overwhelmed. So I know I need to kind of shut down, and I don't have to leave the country to do that. I go right downstairs in my basement or outside in the she shed in my oasis, and just kind of like take it down a little bit. Yeah. But
you have to. Otherwise, all the work that you're putting in, you're not going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Right. Right.
So.
Absolutely.
And strokes, heart attacks, all of that stuff at our age, that stuff is real.
Yeah, it is.
It's real.
You know what? Since you mentioned that, I guess some of my self-care is kind of going to the gym because
that's self-care.
I do manage to drag myself to the gym.
Yeah, you do.
But it's
I've seen the pictures.
If I say, but
with your Navy shirt on.
If I say, Old Navy beat Army. But no matter how bad I'm feeling or stressed out or something, I'll take that anger or stress to the gym at some point. So I completely forgot about that, as I guess that could also be self-care.
Shay, you told me something like that years ago. You're like, every time you feel some kind of way, go to the gym. Yeah. I didn't, but you told me that was good advice.
It wasn't because you didn't know.
Yeah, it was because I didn't know.
He knew. Yeah. Yeah, because it balanced, and I was about to say that, and that's for anybody that's listening. Yeah. If you don't want to, if you're dealing with depression or anxiety and you don't want to take medication, working out is the best thing that you can do to manage that, because it levels those chemical imbalances, So, yes, Carl, I did give you that advice.
It was a little different.
Well, I'm glad you remembered.
I did.
And something's happening because you look different. You look good. I see you just slimmed it down.
Thank you.
Whatever the secret is, tell me after the show, brother. I want to know.
I got you.
Is it free?
It's free.
Okay, all right.
It's
that's free. Right. I like free. I have a question for the fellas.
Smoke crack.
Oh, sir. Why not meth? Why we let's go to the next level. We're gonna do it. I have a question for the guys.
Less explosive.
You live longer. You can still be active.
Damn right.
Yeah, you keep your teeth. Maybe. I don't know. All right. So listen, this is something me and my friends talk about sometimes. Like, as black men, like what are you afraid of? Not like a person or somebody's gonna beat you, but what are you afraid of in this lifetime? What's
Not
something
being
It's a
able
good
to
question.
provide.
Yeah.
That's like my biggest fear, not being able to provide. Whether that be, not being able to work or something happens. And I guess maybe that all boils down to loss of control. Like, I like being in control of what I can control. I like being able to be there. Like, the fear of not being dependable drives me a lot. Like, if my family knows if something's going on, they can call me. I'm showing up. I'm getting the thing. I'll bring it over. You need the thing moved within reason. I'm,
Right.
being there, loss of control, not being able to provide or be there when my family needs me is my protection. The man's whole thing is,
That's
to
right.
protect.
That's right.
Not being able to protect, provide, help out, that drives me a lot. And to lose that's definitely if not my biggest, then a damn big fear of mine.
Right. Okay.
That's deep.
I say that's interesting. And see, I guess I didn't even think of that. I was thinking more so, but I guess it kind of ties into that. I'm more afraid of. I think making the wrong decisions. Like,
I do
Okay.
that.
like sometimes you have, like, you may have an option, and when you're halfway through, you're like, oh man, I should have did this, I should have did that. You should have did this 3 years ago. Should have did that 5 years ago. I'm always trying to think, like, the decisions I'm making now are how it will affect me later, and am I doing the right thing?
Yeah.
When you're 55, what will you wish you did at 50, at 30, or
Right,
whatever?
right.
So
That's
some
good.
of that is that's some of my insecurity. Like, am I doing the right thing? I'm always asking my council of men. I'm thinking about this. Should I do that? Which way do I go?
Yeah.
Trying to make the best decision at the time.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
What about you?
Not being able to provide is definitely one of them. I remember I used to complain to you about, like, I used to tease you when I first met you, because you would pull up in the Hummer on 30s. And we used to talk
I
about,
seen
and I used to say, so I ain't lying, right?
It was white.
And I used to, yeah, it was. And I used to be like, damn, I used to say to her, tell me if I'm lying. I used to say to you, don't look like you worried about your light bill, huh?
Yes, you sure did. You sure did.
And during those times, like, the struggle was real, like, in my house. And I tell this story all the time to people.
Yeah.
And I says, I remember taking out a payday loan to pay another payday loan.
Robbing Peter
I
to
got
pay
caught
Paul.
up into that. Yeah, I got
Oh,
caught
them
up into
joints
that
are the
thing
worst.
because it was just tight. So one of my biggest fears is definitely not being able to provide. That's why I go hard, because I see, and you know what? My relationship is better too at the house when the money right. It's weird. I mean,
that takes
it's
the stress
weird.
off.
It
Makes sense.
It's just when the money right,
It makes sense.
bruh.
Yeah.
When there's
She's
a,
happier, you're happier.
when there's a little bit of savings, all the bills paid, and we
Yeah.
can go somewhere and not have to worry about, oh man, we get back. Are we gonna be able to?
Yeah.
Man, I lived that.
Yeah.
For a long time. I
Yeah.
swear to God, it's so awesome. But the thing that my biggest fear is, my mother died when I was 26, before I had any children. So my biggest fear is not being here to see my kids realize who they are and me to play with their children. So I know, I mean, of course, we're drinking and stuff, but I try to do other things to offset some of my bad habits, because I want to be around to see them be happy and married and have their children. The fact that every year when I go get my prostate exam, the most traumatizing thing that I'm re-traumatized every year. Like, I think about, man, because my brother had it, and my mom and my sister died from cancer. So you just never know.
Yeah.
So every time when I'm in there, I'm praying that
dad
everything is
too.
okay, because I don't want to be, I just want to be around to see my kids be great.
Yeah.
And for me to feel like that they can deal with not having me. Not that I'm God, but like when my mother left, I still needed her.
Yeah.
I want my kids to be in a place where they can just be like, all right, my dad was great. He prepared us. I wasn't ready yet. So my biggest fear is leaving too soon and not seeing them be great.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's real.
That's real.
You,
That's
Yeah.
deep.
you know what, Eli? I lost my mother about 6 years ago, and even though I was like 48, I was still like well, at first when she passed, I was like, there's still some things that I want, but then I guess to bring myself out of the wallowing, I'm like, well, look, I'm like all right, no F-bombs. I'm 40. I'm 47, 48. If I've had her up until this point.
Yeah.
If I can't go forward, then that means that she failed. And I'm like, and she didn't fail.
Right.
So I've got to, she got me to this point with my friends, my family.
Yeah.
I have to take it from that point on. So
Your mother met your children, right?
No, and
that's my biggest regret.
That mine also that she passed before I met Mauricia. I never had any kids. I never got a chance to get that knowledge.
Right.
That vast knowledge that she had raising me and my sisters that I could have used if I had a child like when I was 30.
Yeah.
When she was there to help bring me along.
Oh, just to see the joy on her face because nobody thought I'd ever have kids. So when I had kids, they was like, "Oh shit, you got somebody pregnant." Because I wasn't having no kids. So when it happened, and then my mama died a year and 8 days before my daughter was born. And this lady, I'll never forget this lady. This lady I worked with back in the day. She said, Ed, God takes things away from you, then He gives you something to replace that. And I feel like that's what happened with my daughter, my oldest daughter. But I still would have liked my mom to be like, oh, I didn't get that
Exactly.
opportunity.
Be like,
Yeah.
you better get that. Your mother pulled you to the side. You better get that gal. She talking slick. Oh my God.
Oh, listen, they know so much about my mother without having ever met her. All of these sayings.
Because it's all through you, right?
Yeah, I give it to them. I say, well, your grandma would say this. And they was like, we wish we would have met her because she sounds hilarious. But yeah.
So you guys actually just, confirmed something that, I already knew, but maybe our audience don't know is that is
Wait, what is he?
I don't know what that you're idiots.
Well, they probably picked up on that a long time ago.
That's because of the Tito's.
They see me every week bullshit.
Is that men identify their level of success by being providers and being able to take care of their families, because all three of you pretty much confirmed that in your own ways. But when that's taken away, then that level of success is also, taken away. For women, the generations is changing now. But initially, women, we identified being successful is being married, having children, having a family, right? But now you have a lot of women that, it's about their careers, and it's they're waiting to have children or maybe not have children, and that's okay too, right? So, but for men, it's always been the same. That hasn't really changed. That's been very consistent, even still now. For women, that has changed. So I do find that interesting because it was children and family, but now, it's career as well.
Yeah.
So now, do you guys, how do you feel? How do you feel about we're all a certain age and everything. We came up probably with how the men provide for the family or whatever, but being able to have a 2-income household. And, let's talk about that, because some people are still stuck in that where it's just like, well, they expect a man to pay for everything or do everything. How important, how does that work for you guys as individuals with your home and all of that? Carl, the look you're giving me right now,
growing up, my mom was a private nurse. My dad was in the finance, so it was always 2 incomes. I mean, my dad made more, but my mom made pretty good money on her own, so it was always 2 income. That's what I grew up used to seeing, and that's how it is in my household now. My wife works. She makes more than I do. For a long time, she has. Before I made more money, then things shifted. I got other jobs, and now she makes more than I do. She works for the city of Philadelphia. She's chilling. That's my sugar mama. Hey, man.
Got good benefits.
Benefits. Woo.
Benefits.
The benefits of the shit.
I know it.
Oh, that's good.
But no, in these days, it's almost realistic to have 2 incomes. Whoever doesn't, whatever works for everybody, but what works in my house is 2 incomes. Like I said, that's what I was used to growing up. That's what I always saw. That's what I was used to. When I met her, she was already working. She had like 2-3 jobs, and I thought I was the West Indian one. She had a bunch of jobs when I met her. So, and that's just how it always been. So we've always just hustled at least 2 incomes come in the house at all times.
Okay. All right. What about you, Stan?
I think the way things are set up, now, that you really need 2 incomes with the way like inflation and like childcare and everything.
Right.
If you are fortunate enough that one person's income can take care of everyone, and I know a couple friends and some family members who are in that position where they work enough that they can have stay-at-home moms to take care of their children.
Right.
Don't have to pay for daycare because the children are home or they're homeschooled. But yeah, I can agree with as long as you maintain respect among each other.
Yeah.
Just like Carl said, when I met my woman, she made literally twice as much as I did, and I didn't feel any kind of way. I still took her out. I still paid, even though she could have bought my ass. I still took her out. I still paid for stuff. Checks came, and I would just pay. I just wanted
Bring your broke ass on.
I'd be like, you don't have to talk to me like that. I'm not going to deal with this.
Put this skirt on. Come in here.
Iron your broke ass shirt. Let's go.
All right, all my intelligence is just out the window now. but as long as you respect to me, as long as you respect each other, like I've heard women say that they feel like they can't be with a man that makes less because they're not gonna respect that man. And like I said, as long as you maintain respect, I think it can work. Best case scenario, I would like to make more in order to, like you said, take care of others. But realistically, we come together, we pool our resources, and we make it work.
Yeah. So I have to say something with that because I don't want to lose my train of thought. First of all, I think that a woman should not have a problem with that, and they should not be disrespectful with that unless...
With what?
The man making less than them. Unless the man is not still being a man. Okay?
That.
Meaning, like what you just said, we can go out and you'll still pay for the check. Even though she makes more, where you said she makes twice more than you, you still pay for the check. You're still being a man in the relationship. Being a man doesn't define how much you make. And I think that's a problem, number one, for us women. We have to stop identifying our husbands to be or our boyfriends by how much they make, right? Because that is not what makes you a man. That's okay. So if something happens, you can start out with making 6 figures. Now, if something happens, the
now
job,
what?
then what, right? So I think as long as you're still showing up as a man in the relationship, then it's all good. But once you stop showing up as a man, or if it's you always have your hand out with stuff, then that's a problem.
Then you start becoming a liability.
You become exactly.
It's like, well, I'm paying his car, and he's on my phone. He's on my phone plan, and this and that.
Right.
And it start the least little argument, then that kind of stuff is going to start coming out.
Exactly. Because you don't want to feel like you taking care of another child. You just don't want to feel that way. You don't. Like, it's fine to help out. It's fine to, if you short this, it's fine to do stuff like that. But I don't want to feel like I'm taking care of a whole nother child.
Yeah, don't play yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think it's important. So that's what my definition is. As long as you're still being a man in that relationship, it doesn't matter what it is that you make. If she makes more, if you make more, it doesn't matter. Because you have men that make a lot more than women, and they're still not being a man in the relationship. They're just bringing home good money. Okay?
I can't imagine.
If you just bring home a
Right?
big ass check and then disappear, I mean, What are you
You're
doing?
not-
Some women will be okay with that
Yeah.
though.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're living.
Hey.
Look at the average woman that's married to a rapper or a celebrity or that's dating them.
Oh, yeah, 'cause he's
you
Ghost.
know he's got 20 women, but you live the life.
In every
You're,
city.
you're number
He's
one.
like,
So
he's
you
taking
know.
care of
To
me.
each
So
their own. That's
Yeah.
what I'll say with
you
that.
let it go on.
Jen said, unless he's being Jody.
Why don't you go in and fix me a sandwich?
You want some of these eggs? Yeah, but you know what's funny? So I hear people all the time talk about how they. I'm just like, am I the damn fool? So I hear people all the time talking about how they in their relationships, she pay this, I pay that. Now I make the most money in my relationship, right? And which is it's fine. My wife carried the benefits because my benefits suck. So she carried because it would just rape my whole income if I took the
Oh,
benefits.
if you okay.
Like I would pay like $700 a month for benefits. So
Jesus.
yeah,
For-
but
for
I
med-
but I,
for
but I
medic-
get that
They
all
do
back.
suck.
For medical insurance?
Yes. So she takes the benefits, but all of our money goes into one pot.
Okay.
There is no now. We do have a savings, so she takes a certain amount every month, and we put it over here. But there is no I pay this, you pay that. Pay the goddamn bills. I don't want nobody calling me. No car people, no electric people. Because a lot of
Right.
stuff is in my name. So as long as someone's calling me, I know that
Right.
we're fine. Periodically, I'd be like, let me check that savings account. But I don't even, there's nothing, I work, she handles the money, she pays the bills. I trust her to manage it. But I'm just like, some people will be like, well, you know, yeah, my wife just got a new car. She's paying her own new car note and car insurance. I'd be like, well, I don't do that. but I just, that's too much for me to think about. It
Right.
just all goes into one pot. We have
Right.
savings. And then she pays the bill and she manages the money. But some people, a lot of people don't work that way.
No, I think it's how you start out. So I want to hear from the guys on that one, but I'll respond later.
You know what, Eli? That you just reminded me of something that I said I was going to do that I haven't done. That we would sit down. That me and Marisa, that we would sit down and go over like financials. You know, just as like a wellness check. Like, you know, this is that, this is this. You just reminded me saying that about coming together, pooling the money, paying bills. Wait, what's so funny?
No,
I gotta see what she's doing.
Right though.
he gonna go home and be like, all right, let me see. Amazon been coming here too frequently.
Amazon
savings.
all I know.
What the hell been going on up in this joint? Where the money?
You bought another dress like because
Third one.
because
You gotta put that party in.
I pay the bills, but it's like Amazon packages is coming like them.
I'm sorry, that was me actually.
No, but seriously, you know, you should I think getting together and discussing, you know, just
Yeah.
reviewing those kind of finances, because I know people who like they it's kind of like the old, like the 50s. You know, you work and you give all the money to the woman.
Pretty
And
much, she got access to every penny.
and she pays all the house bills. Strangely enough, it's the direct opposite with me. But I do like to go over, be like, you know, now it's winter time, this is higher, or you know, or this is lower. So and she said to me, like you know, well, if your bill is this, maybe you should change providers because T-Mobile is doing this, or maybe we should, you know, cut.
Yeah, I don't got time for that.
Okay.
You just do it.
Yeah.
Like, just do it for us as a
Just
collective
like
unit.
hand,
Yeah, I don't got time for that. I work 12 hours a day. I don't got time for that.
We freestyle it too much. We're all right. Who get paid this week? All right, you handle this. You handle that. All right, we got separate. We got together. All right, this week is such and such. All right, you pay this and you pay that. All right, bet. Next week you gonna pay that. Bet. And that's how we've been rolling for 20 years. We just you pay it. All right, cool.
Whoever gets paid,
Oh, the
it
mortgage.
would
All right,
bill
you got
come
it this
in.
week. All right, cool. All right, well, I just bought this, so
So
you
your
cop
payday is the
that.
opposite. See, we get paid on the same day.
Okay.
Okay.
Everything
So
goes
it's just
in
pool money.
every other Friday.
She
It
got
all
loot
comes
every
in
week,
at one
so
time.
it's just what's going on this week? What we got to do? All right, cool. This is the bills. All right, you knock this out. Next week I'll knock this out, and
Right.
we've been rolling like that.
Listen, if
We
my
just
woman
roll,
called here
and
right
it-
now, she would
it
tell you,
works.
I don't know what's due when. When we got married, I said, listen, because I was
Oh, no.
managing myself in
She
an
hits me
apartment.
up.
I was like, I'm done. I said, I'm going to work hard, and you take the money, you pay all the bills.
Real
I don't know
interesting.
if something, Lord forbid, if something happened to her tomorrow,
I was about
I
to
got to
say
go over
that.
there and try to figure out what the fuck is due when.
You gotta start
I was
showing
about
I don't
say
do
that.
any of that.
showing up at the gas
Okay,
department
but
like,
I
see,
don't do
that's
any of that.
But you know what? Because
I hope I
of-
die first.
Well,
I don't do
Jesus.
it. No, I'm just saying.
But,
just so you don't have to handle the
we
bill.
all probably will anyway.
but
How many men lose their wife first? It's pretty much.
I'm glad I ain't
right.
in that.
The men be up out of here quick.
But
They
no.
kill us. Sorry.
I'm gonna
But
die.
Save us.
even
She's
if it's
killing
not
me.
a dying situation,
Killing you
Okay.
softly.
we never know what might happen
With her song.
You know,
Right.
you never know what might happen, and that is something that you do want to know. Even if you just sat down one night and just say, "Let me just know," put it away. That way, you are able to.
You
Be
know
able
what,
to
Shane?
get to it just in case.
You
You,
know what,
never
Shane?
know. Because
I-
I ain't coming over there to help you if something happens. Nah, I'm only joking.
You know what,
Come do
Shane?
hell here.
A friend of mine had that. He was doing the wife. Oh, well, now he wasn't his wife. His girlfriend pay all the bills, and when their relationship really hit the skids, she just started taking money. And then when they broke up, bills in his name was like unpaid for like months.
Wow.
She was just like, you know
Wow.
what? She just took his money.
It happens.
And when they broke up, she just jetted and just.
You warning me,
Yeah.
Stan? Was it,
Hopefully not.
just for the record, Stan.
Jetted
Be
in the
If
jail.
that happens, she won't be around and I'll be in jail, so it really won't matter. Unpaid bills and credit scores won't matter at that moment.
Where's she at tonight? She's usually on. She's not on tonight.
I'm gonna start out with an elbow to her neck.
Where indeed?
Right here.
She gonna beat your ass when you get home.
That's hilarious.
No, that's a good point though. I was
it
so
is.
sick of being single and having to do that for like 31 years. I was like,
Well, if
She's like,
someone
"Oh, I
if someone
managed
is
some
good at that, then
cool.
Yeah. So I think that the two house income, both, you're stronger together. You're stronger. You get to the place that you're trying to get to when both people are working. Excuse me. So I've had both. I've had, and you guys know, I've had where I didn't have to work, and that was a decision that at the time, when I was married before, that was a decision my husband then, him and I made because we didn't want to put our kids in daycare.
okay.
Right? So I stayed home for 3 years to make sure that, you know, the boys were good. And that was cool. I'm good. And that was cool. Hey, Priscilla, girl, I'm like, where are you? She on now, yeah.
Too late already.
She said Shay is so organized and everything is in one place. Okay. So
Except for that $8,000, that $10,000 I don't know about you guys.
he said except for the $8,000, $10,000, he don't know about you.
What a cranberry juice?
That's fine. Over here. Okay, you get me distracted.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So with that
did
being
first.
said,
We ran out.
I just need to
understanding what it felt like to be home and not have my own income, I ended up starting a catering business while I was there because I still wanted to feel like I was contributing, right?
I didn't know you did catering.
Yeah, I did a catering business. It was called Cater to You. So yeah, it came from the song
I
Beyonce
remember
made,
that.
Cater to You. Yeah. So
And you used to have that little thing that says affiliated with Marriott hotels across the country. For a little added bonus to get people to buy in.
whatever. So understanding what that felt like and what that looked like. And then yes, I did end up going through a divorce. I did end up, so that's what I'm saying.
Did you
just
handle the money?
You just don't know.
Or it was a mutual, like both of y'all took care of certain things?
It was mutual. But like the major stuff, he was handling.
Okay.
I knew where to go and what to do, but he was handling like the major stuff, especially when I was home for like 3 years. Of course, he handled everything. But again, now going through that and having to rebuild my life and figure things out, and then of course after my divorce, I got sick really bad, almost lost my life in the hospital.
What?
So
I remember that.
Why don't I remember
went
that?
through that journey where I almost lost my house. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. One thing that I would never do, I would never not work or rely on somebody else to take care of me. I would never do that. I would never, ever do that because I work hard, very hard, just like you said earlier, because I know what it was like to almost lose,
Right.
Everything.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Even if they were like, you don't have to work, baby. I got it.
No, I'm still gonna do. especially right now. Like I'm
So if
still
your man
gonna do
made
my thing.
$5 million a season, whatever he did.
I'm still going to
You
do
gonna work?
my thing.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
No,
still
I
gonna.
get it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
Because if he has a change of heart tomorrow,
exactly.
Then
Yeah.
your ass out.
I don't ever want to feel like
be an
I
Instagram
have to
model
figure
tomorrow.
out where. Right. That's a face down.
Be on IG like this.
We outside.
OnlyFans.
Like who is mom up there without her ass out?
I don't want to ever feel like I can't take care of myself or
Right.
my sons are they are almost adults now. Well, one of them is, but I don't want to ever feel like I have to struggle or figure out how I'm going to pay this and pay that. Ever. I don't ever want to feel like that again.
Yeah, that
right?
sucks.
So, I think, again, I've experienced both,
Yeah.
so.
Can I tell you something? And then I got a question for the guys. One night, this is the honest to God truth. And I don't know if I told Priscilla this, but one night, like we was in such a bad financial place, right? You know that Wawa by my house?
Yeah.
I really thought about robbing that motherfucker one night. What? Like, it was
Robbing? I thought you were gonna say you were gonna work there overnight.
I swear, no, sir. Listen,
Wait a minute.
I swear, Shay, because I know that
For like
about
$300?
about
That's usually when I get a
2:30,
phone call.
3 o'clock, right? There's no customers in there.
Yep, I know.
And it's one person on the register might be 2 in the deli.
Yep.
You could take
Oh
it.
my God.
I really thought about that. Like, that's how bad we were doing.
Really?
I thought about
Lord.
robbing a Wawa.
Thank you for your mercy.
Give me all your hoagies.
And be like, money.
Nah, I wouldn't get no meat, but
I want
you would
every
open up that
meatball
little...
sandwich
Wow.
in this bitch.
And
That
scam my
deep.
benefits,
And
scam
this
my
was-
card too.
Look, this back when they had
And I
that little
want the
safe
points.
down there where they would open that little
You
safe
knew
to
where
get
the
the money
safe
orders.
was?
Because like if you want to get the money order, they kept the money orders in
Yeah.
it, and you could see them do it.
Beep, boop, beep.
I was gonna get all that. I thought about it.
You know it
Friend,
locks.
I'm so glad you didn't do that.
No, this was like 15 years ago.
I know, but
It
I'm
was
so
tight.
glad I didn't.
I was like, I
Oh
could.
my
I went in there
God.
one night.
You know it locks, right? When
You
you
can
come
make it.
in, it's all making scrambled. The
Stop
employees
putting
can't
logic
open
Yeah,
into
but if
this.
you put that heat
I
on them,
have to
they'll
use
figure
logic.
it out. They'll figure it out. I would listen when you desperate, you're not logical. Those things don't go hand in hand.
That is true.
So I was like,
You in a bad
I went in there
place.
one night and I was looking around. I was like, it's like 2 people in here. There's 2 people in the deli. There's 1 person. I can take this right here.
Did you have a ski mask?
No, I was just thinking about it. I was plotting it out in my head because I happened to go in there and I was looking around. I'm like,
What
I
was you
could rob this one.
What was you gonna put on your?
I don't know, a stocking. I'm old school. I'm going to put a stocking on my face. You can still probably see who I am, but because I'm old school, it's going to be a stocking.
Well, at least your
cap.
waves would have been tight.
Yo, I thought
They
about
would
it,
have
man.
found you quick. They would have been like, he from Arkansas. We
Listen.
heard his accent.
I already had to figure it out. I was going to pour some bleach behind me as I'm running to kill the dog
To
smell.
what?
Back to my house. Because my
With
house is close to
bloodhounds?
it.
Oh
When you
my-
put the bleach behind you,
They would have
can't-
caught you because of the bleach.
That bleach, no, but that
'Cause
bleach
you
would have
just
thrown them
smell like
off.
bleach.
They
Oh.
would have stopped. They would have stopped them when they smelled that bleach. They would have went
Why
crazy.
are we even?
Oh my
Anyway,
Why are we
young people,
debating this?
don't try to rob a Wawa and use bleach. I'm not sending that message.
That would have been the night the state trooper showed up. Just happened to be
Exactly.
in
He
the
would have just came up. You'd have been in there with your stocking, like, give me all
And
that.
bleach.
Give me all the money orders. All
They were like,
$280 of it.
Yo, bro, when you just in here this morning to get some coffee, I know you.
Shut up.
I'm like the man, white man can't jump. You don't know me. Give me the money.
You was just outside playing ball
Wow.
with us.
That's deep.
With the
Nah,
same
man.
shoes on.
I'm telling you, I thought about it. It was tough. That's in the. That's
But
in
look
the
at God.
getting a pay. That's getting a payday loan to pay another payday loan.
Yeah, man.
It was you listen. But look, I got a question for the guys.
Oh, wait.
Go
So,
ahead.
how did you get out of that? How did you get out of the payday loan to pay the payday loan?
So,
what
He
did
robbed
Here's
the
what
CVS
happened.
instead.
You know what? It took us using our tax money to get out of that. To like now be back at square one.
when you did your taxes and got the return, that took care
You
of
already
everything?
knew it had to go to both payday loans because we was paying the people way more money than we borrowed. No, you borrow
Because
You
of the
would
interest,
drown
right?
in that.
because of
thing.
interest. Because if you
Yeah.
borrow $500, you might be paying them back every 2 weeks, like $100. But
Oh
interest
my
is
God, but what's
but
the
the interest is like another extra $70.
Yep.
So you still that other money's still accruing. You're not
Yeah, if you pay
it's
that
a
thing
setup, man.
all the way
Yeah.
back, you pay damn near double the loan.
Oh, you gonna double
Yeah.
that thing out?
Oh, yeah.
If you
Absolutely.
take the life of the loan to
If
pay
you
it
take
back.
yep.
Yeah, you might pay triple 3
Don't
times
do
what you borrow.
payday loans, people.
I don't even think that's a thing anymore, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah,
I'm so
shit,
glad I don't
they
have
did
to.
away with them.
See,
Oh,
you're.
they did?
I was gonna
A
say
lot
you're.
of 'em, yeah, they
I was
did
gonna
away
say
with
you're at work during the day, but you look at Channel 29 during the day. Those same commercials still. Some of
Oh,
those same
man,
commercials
yeah.
still come
That's
on.
a ripoff,
It's my
man.
money, and I need it now.
It's preying on the poor and the people
Well,
that are
see,
struggling.
now they have
Yeah.
the other things that something where you can get your check,
check early.
or
Get your
something.
check 2
or
days early.
Yeah, like it's always something that's out there to take the place of
Yep.
You know, which
Yeah, the
then
hell
it
with
was
that. All that rush
oh,
card and all that shit. I don't know damn rush card.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
But listen,
right,
I
so
got a question for the guys.
Go ahead.
So, what's something you learned from your dad that you apply to yourself or your family life to this day?
My dad was big on financial responsibility, which is ironic when it comes to me. Yeah, because I can be the wackest dude on. I will give you the greatest advice in the universe on what to do with every dime you have, where to invest it, where to put it, which stock, which everything.
All that.
But you don't
myself,
do it.
oh no, I do not follow my own advice. I'm
After this,
whack.
I have a story after this. Go ahead.
I'm whack
Yes,
as
I need
hell
that story. I
because
don't
I'm
know
just
why I need
like I want to move. I got stuff to do, but I can give you the greatest financial advice in the world, but I do not follow it. I mean, I follow it. I'm not, I'll put sock stuff away, but nope. I will give you great. He's cracking up because he's known me too damn long. But I will give you the greatest financial advice in the universe, but I don't follow it, and that's one of the insane dichotomies of myself because I just.
Well, we're
Yeah.
human.
Yeah, we're
we
human.
are walking contradictions.
Well, at least you
I'm
can,
good. It's a
at
good
least you
time
can
call.
admit it.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, oh no, we out. Let's go. Well, did you do the such? We'll be all right. We'll figure it out.
Right. Okay.
And when you get to a certain place in life where between the both of us, we, not trying to be that dude, but you make a decent amount of loot, we'll handle that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get back to it. But I will tell you what to do down to the dime. But just
Okay.
don't ask me what I did personally.
Just
Don't get in your
follow what
business, you
Don't
all
get
right.
my business. You be all right.
What's the story, Stan?
The story. See, I think there was one time I had consulted Carl. I think I said I've got $100. I said I have $300. Do I? And I had like $150 on one credit card and like $300 on another credit card. And I said, should I use my $300 to pay off one card completely? Or do I split it on both cards to bring it both down? Carl said, he said, buy two $150 sweaters.
Wait a minute, buy what?
He said, buy two $150 cardigan sweaters for the wintertime.
Polos.
What?
Hey, you was talking about sweaters.
I thought I was gonna. When I read that text, I thought I was gonna die.
Was he serious?
Yes, he was serious. There was no smiley face with the text at all. I was asking this serious. I was
Wow.
like, yeah, because it's like a dead snowball. I can either split it and
Right.
pay a little on both cards, or pay it all on one card.
Max it out and then
Then I
start
could
over.
concentrate on the other card, and I knew. And then he was like, yo.
So did you follow that advice?
He said no. He said I said no. I remained unstylish and paid my bills.
Good for you. Good for you.
But you could have been fly.
But I could-
But yo, that's hilarious.
I can't.
Wow.
So we gotta wrap up. Unfortunately, we started late, so we gotta.
Oh my
We
God.
was able to go a little bit over, but I want to definitely because
That's
I know you
hilarious.
guys, and we've been knowing each other since 2000. Well, since 1998.
Yeah.
1998. 1998 is when you guys came into my life.
90s friendships.
1998. Yeah.
South Street Fat Tuesdays.
Right.
Is that
Yes.
still a thing? Fat Tuesday still
It's
a
still
thing?
there.
South
It's
Street.
still there.
So, I know how strong your relationship is. Of course, can you guys let our audience know how long you guys have been brothers? Because that's what you guys are. And what keeps that relationship the way it is after all these years?
We've been hanging out since '86. Lord,
we're having
First time I wore this.
cut the camera.
What are you doing?
what the hell just happened here?
Got this.
She done spit on it. Oh Lord, it's pandemonium in the studio, y'all.
You didn't even have to pay for it.
You know what? I'm
And it's
sorry.
her too. Spit on my keys and shit. Now my car ain't gonna start.
I don't know why
I synced
the
it.
Freaknik came to mind. I don't know why.
What
That was
happened?
later. We
Because
didn't.
I've seen pictures and I've seen all
Don't.
that
Hey,
stuff.
we don't talk about the Freaknik. They about to make a documentary.
My bad. I'm sorry.
On Hulu, right?
Yeah.
Did that come
Can I
out
get a
yet?
baby white?
I'm dead ass looking at that to see if we on it.
I have to.
hope I'm on
It's
it.
probably not going to be us. It's going to be.
It won't be us.
It's going to be that super year. It's going to be that year that we.
Just hand me
Was
the
that
bag.
96?
Something like that.
My bad. Sorry. Okay.
What was the question?
Shit, I don't even
I
remember
would
that.
say how long you guys been friends, and how were you able to keep the friendship as strong as it is?
Let's see. I've known Carl since maybe 86, but we didn't get cool till maybe 87, 88.
87.
Like ever
When
since.
Follow the Leader by Eric B. and Rakim came out.
Wow,
I know that.
It did.
Wow.
I spent that summer in Toledo, Ohio.
I bought the cassette.
That was his mom. Okay, go ahead, my bad.
I dubbed it from someone. Yeah, I've been hanging with Carl ever since he came and got me out of his basement. His
I thought you was gonna
sister.
say out of jail.
His
Why were you in
That was
this
another
like,
time.
dang, I
Well,
didn't know
why
that
was you in
part.
this basement
listen.
though?
Let's see.
He knew my sister before he knew me. Actually,
his sister used
they
to
went to grade school together.
Oh, okay.
Now, I think his sister used to use me as a buffer. Me and her
She did.
boyfriend worked at the same job. So she would be like, when you get off work tonight, come by. So me and her man would come by, and I'm sitting in the basement, and they're like hugged up. I don't know why I was there. And then after a while, Carl would come to the top of the steps, and then he would be like, come on. And I would just go with Carl, and I would just hang out.
Oh wow, so you were friends.
So that's
when-
how the friendship-
Okay.
I mean, Carl and I, we went to high school
Uh-huh.
together, but we knew each other, but we didn't really hang until
Right.
around that time.
Okay. So what is the secret ingredient of keeping your relationship where it is now?
We've just been. It's not even a big secret. We connected. We were cool. We were into the same thing. We were into comic books. We're big geeks. We always had a ball. Like, we kept it straight with each other. There was never any beef or anything like that. We clicked. And then the more people we met like us, our boy Darius, Norm, Tyrone, like everybody, we all just clicked. And then it was just real. It was easy.
Yeah.
It's to this day, it's just easy. There was never any bullshit. We kept it real with each other. We talked everything out. That was the biggest thing. They say communication is key.
Yeah.
Everything was communication. Even if there was a hint of beef, hey man, what did you talk about? In private, pull each other to the side, like, hey man, what was you talking about when you said such and such? Oh no, I meant this. Okay, cool. And we kept it pushing.
Yeah.
So I would just say communication. A lot of people don't talk, or their first reaction will be their last reaction. They'll hear something. Oh, I know they wasn't talking about me, F them and all that stuff. And then they'll just run off. No, talk it out. If this is your friend, if this is your people's, talk it out. That's all. And I would say that's our so-called secret is just communication. Talking it out. Be adults.
Have
We are
y'all
always
ever
hell.
threw any hands? Anybody in the
Oh,
group?
we've tried to kill
Between
each
the
other
four of
more
y'all.
than once. Yes. We've literally had, we fought, but not,
Y'all too?
yes.
Nah, I never knew that.
Yes.
I have tried to kill him. And we've tried to kill each other.
Yes.
In fact,
never
you know
known
what?
that.
Your wedding.
Yep.
When you and the last time
We tore that crib up.
no
What?
no
What
wait
was it? The
no wait that the only because Carl is
So they both were in my wedding. So just so y'all know
Okay.
that.
only
They both
because
were in my
Carl is faster and stronger than I am and quicker.
wedding. Y'all was fighting?
I didn't want to
It's a lot
go
of
home.
variables
I
there.
didn't want to go home effed up, but I was about to go in his mouth because
pause.
Was y'all drunk? Was y'all drunk?
you don't remember.
Personable.
Let me tell it. Percival.
DP.
Let me tell the story. After your reception, we remember we all piled in cars. What house was that we stayed at when we
Yeah.
changed?
The apartment.
Was it Norm's apartment? Was it
Y'all
their
apartment.
It was their apartment.
Fox Run.
Okay, everyone somehow magically the entire bridal party piled into the car, but they didn't have room for me. So they were like, okay.
What kind of car was this?
It was a couple
It
cars.
was a lot happening.
So they said that they're gonna go back and then come back and get me. So I said, okay, cool.
Oh, this sounds like a house party with Bilal. Like, yo, I'm gonna take your equipment.
I waited. You probably don't even remember this. I waited outside, and after like 45 minutes, like an hour, I'm like, no one came back. So I sat around for. Remember, this is the age before cell phones, so we couldn't just call each other.
Right, that's true. Wow.
So I'm just outside the hotel after the reception, just sitting around. It was like an hour. It was going on an hour some change. So I went back inside, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to do this, but let me go up to the room. So I go up to the room. And I knock on your door, and I'm like, yo, I'm waiting for Carl and them to come back. They haven't come back yet. So you said, oh yeah, you can stay in the suite. So you go in the room. I sit on the couch in the suite, and after like an hour and a half, it was in Delaware, I think. So it was about 30 minutes away.
It was in Delaware.
But after like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, they finally come and get me. Everyone has changed their they said they were gonna.
You got the tux on still.
They were gonna leave.
I do not remember
drop
this.
people off and come back and get me. You don't remember this?
I don't.
You came to the house. You came to the door in the apartment robe and everything, and I was like, I don't want to see. So I know you used to honeymoon and everything. So I came and everyone came back. Their clothes was changed. Everyone was like laughing and talking.
Not Mia.
And I was like, yo, you supposed to come back. You supposed to drop people off and come back and get me.
Oh, the chauffeur.
They dropped off. They chilled and laughed and talked. Everyone was talking.
You missed a good ass time.
I was hot. So
I cannot.
When I finally get back, and I was like, "Yo, why the f didn't anyone come and get me?" I was like, I still got on the rental tux. Carl didn't mean it. He didn't mean it to come out this way. But how he flippantly said, "Well, you can change in the car." I looked at that motherfucker, and I was like,
"Oh, he's mad again." We should have brought this up.
Cause it sounded like smart ass shit. He was like, nigga, you can change in the car. I've been sitting around for like 2 hours waiting for somebody. I was really and I was like, you know what? I probably can't beat this N-word. And
you already said it.
And I don't want to drive home busted up. That was the only thing that stopped me because I was on him like white on rice.
Oh
but
my
I was
God,
like,
I did not know any of this.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
I can't.
Huh?
Does Norm know this story?
Was Norm there? No, Norm was with her.
But does he know the story?
No, I think Norm went back because she was in the room by herself.
I don't know where we all dropped.
Well, it was after reception.
So everybody was
Well, hold on. You gonna tell some of Norm's secrets? Never mind. Just abort mission now.
You know what? I think
He was there because he let us in. Didn't he let us in?
No, Norm went back to the apartment because Norm bought his tux. We had to
He had his
tux made because we were all going back so we could take everything back to the rental place together.
That's hilarious.
And G was taking all the tuxes back.
He was taking all the tuxedos back.
Yep.
Y'all are crazy.
Who knows?
But anyway, so I wanted to kill him. I wanted to kill him when I couldn't. Because I wasn't sure if I could. Like, they were like, "Hey, you better make sure this is a fight that you're gonna win, or I'm gonna have to drive home all busted up in the back seat."
And ride with him.
Ride with the man I attacked. Busted up in the back seat.
Let me tell you, y'all, it's always a pleasure to have y'all. I mean, we could go on and on and on, but
I remember now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's hilarious.
And once again, because of our honesty, I was like, "Yo, why'd you say that?" And Carl was like, "Yo, I wasn't trying to be smart." And Carl had explained. He said once everyone got back, they were like, "Yo, we gotta go get Stan." And somebody was like, "Well, why don't we change Get all of our clothes together.
Someone came up with the logic.
Yeah, so get all of our clothes together.
Of course, now it makes no sense.
So when they come get me, we can get me and then go back to Philly.
Oh,
so they
okay.
went, took off the tuxedos, changed into regular clothes, started effing around,
And just left
farting
you
around the
hanging.
apartment. So meanwhile, I'm
Forgot
outside.
about a whole human being.
I'm outside on the bench,
But
just
loud.
like they'll be back in about 30 minutes. So I'm just like, wait, So, and like I said, the age before
Okay.
cell phones, you couldn't call.
Yeah.
So you're just out there waiting for
Yeah.
somebody that
You
never
should have beat me
comes.
911.
Okay. All right. Well, that's something that I learned because I didn't even know that.
Lance
Eli.
and Harper.
But Lance and Harper. Yup, the best man.
Spot on right there. That's
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
That's-
it came out. Oh
Okay.
my God.
That's good right there.
And that came out in '98 because that's
Yep.
well, right before the wedding because that's
When
why I
y'all got
had
married?
chose platinum 2000.
Oh, okay.
That's why I had chose the platinum. Yeah. So, man, it's always a pleasure having you guys on.
She
Just
kicking
sitting
us
back,
off.
talking, laughing, or whatever.
You and Memphis got to go.
Man, listen, I love when they come. They got to come more often.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Now then you'll be bored.
Every
You'll be
time we
like-
have somebody,
you'll be like, they're on here again.
Look, every time we have somebody that's super dry, y'all should come the following week, just to offset the.
Hey, it's all good.
This-
About to say, once you realize that someone's super dry, then just book us at next
I'll
week.
bring the drink. Y'all just bring y'all.
That's cool.
I need
don't
Darius
take
up in
much.
the studio though.
Good
You
luck.
need
It's
Darius
been a
too?
long
I need
time.
all the homies in here together.
been a
Like when
long
Norm was here, that
time.
was dope. When we had the whole crew in here, that
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
It's the cross-referencing stories. It's like it's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle and Rick James with Rick James there. When you get the confirmation, that's what makes it funny.
Yeah. So I want to say this though because I think that it's important too as we're closing the show. It's important
Hold it together.
Yeah,
that
don't be spitting the shit out.
you guys again these were what you say? Don't be spitting
Be
stuff out
spitting
again. I know.
going on.
I don't know where that came from. Cause I never know what Stan is going to say, so I don't know. But anyway,
I'm not sure Stan is know what Stan is going to say.
That's accurate.
Because Stan, one time you asked him something, Stan asked himself the question first.
right? he
Question
does.
has to get processed
He
first.
does.
Yeah, hold on before I say this.
These brothers right here has never changed when it came down to me.
That's
You know what
what's
I'm
up.
saying? From day one,
Even when you did Norm dirty, they still roll with
I
you.
have never done that man dirty. So don't even put
I'm
that in
going
the
home.
They still
atmosphere.
roll. They still roll.
Don't even put that in the
You ain't
atmosphere.
gonna have me get no phone
They still
call.
roll with you when you did the homie bag.
Shots fired.
That's good friends right
So,
there. They still roll with you.
whatever. You need to take
What he
that back
said?
real quick.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
The following files are
But
classified.
they have always
Yeah,
remained
he
my
been working out
brothers.
lately. You see that vein in his arm? I ain't never,
They have always remained my brothers, as well as still
is
good,
I who will
still
stand
good
against
brothers
him.
to
Okay, by
him.
yourself.
So that says a lot. That speaks a lot.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Volumes, actually. And Carl and Ty, which you haven't met Ty, but Ty is like the big one out of everybody.
Big
but
man.
Carl and
The
Ty
mayor.
used to do this. They would be my security when I would do shows.
Bald head security.
Is that the brother you flow with?
No, that's another
Oh, okay,
brother.
okay.
Yeah, you never met Ty, but
Alright,
he's
yeah.
part of the crew too.
You gotta invite me to the
Yeah.
crib, man. Me and the wife
So.
come up and drink some of y'all liquor.
That's cool. I got
They
like
got
4
plenty.
bottles of
At
white
least
henny, bro.
All right,
At
listen,
least
we
he's
gotta
not
let
missing-
our producers
95
go.
already.
4
95
bottles of white
already
henny
almost
waiting on
done. They almost got
steady
that done
going.
I'm
already.
from Trinidad. I
They
get
say-
white henny all the time.
My man,
It's
they,
on.
hey, 2 more weeks, just say 95 gonna be ready. We come through.
Hey, it's all
I
good.
could do Chester though, or Plymouth. It don't matter.
We can meet in the middle.
We
Now,
gonna
I know
have
I
a
get in the
re-
car and
I saw
drive.
your
We gonna
bar,
have a
brother.
re-
I want to come to your house.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, my man.
I saw your
I'll
bar.
bring a mix
Oh, I'm
over.
done. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead, Shay. Wrap it
All
up.
right.
Wrap it up, Shay. Wrap it up.
All
Hey,
right,
want
guys.
to drink? Just come to the crib.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Rebirth tonight. Thank you, Carl and Stan. Any last minute words you guys have?
Everybody, just take care of yourself. Take care of each other.
All right.
Amen.
Happy Juneteenth.
Yes. Happy Juneteenth to
Freedom
everybody.
Day.
Yes. Next
They
week
still
we have.
made me work today.
Except
How
for
about that?
I was off.
I did too.
I was off today.
Next week we got Dr. Kirby. Will be here. Is he here for next week? Yep.
And Jason Coleman?
Just Dr.
Okay,
Kirby.
all right, all right,
Yep.
all right.
Dr. Kirby will be here next week.
We're gonna get him drunk, too.
Which will be the last. That will be the last man talk Monday for the month of June.
The
Yeah.
men will not be allowed to speak. After that.
It's me, Shay, and a bunch of women for the next
That is not
for
true.
the next 11 months.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into the Rebirth. Have a blessed week. We'll see you next Monday.
Peace.
Good night.
Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.